Just a day after unveiling the much-anticipated iPhone 16 lineup, Apple has suffered a major legal blow as it lost a high-profile 13 billion euros tax case against the European Commission. The decision, handed down by the European Court of Justice, ECJ, is expected to strengthen the EU's efforts to crack down on favourable tax arrangements for multinational corporations, often referred to as sweetheart deals. The legal battle, which began in 2016, revolved around the European Commission's demand that Apple repay 13 billion euros in what it termed illegal tax breaks. The Commission argued that Ireland had granted the tech giant an unfair advantage by allowing it to benefit from tax rulings that resulted in significantly lower taxes on profits generated outside the US. Ireland, which hosts Apple's European headquarters in Cork, is now required to recover the funds. In 2020, Apple had secured a victory when the EU's General Court annulled the Commission's decision, citing insufficient evidence that Apple had enjoyed a selective advantage. However, the ECJ has now overturned that ruling, backing the original 2016 decision and stating that Ireland's treatment of Apple constituted unlawful state aid. The ruling marks a significant win for Margrethe Vestager, the EU's competition chief, who has been at the forefront of a campaign against favourable tax deals for global corporations. Vestager's efforts have seen her take on giants such as Fiat, Amazon, and Starbucks. However, not all her cases have stood the test of time, with some rulings, including one against Fiat in 2022, being overturned. The case, which has lasted for nearly a decade, began with the Commission's accusation that Apple had underpaid taxes between 2003 and 2014, benefiting from Irish tax rulings that saw the company paying as little as 0.005% in taxes in 2014. Apple strongly denied these claims, with CEO Tim Cook famously calling them political crap. The company maintained that it had never received any special treatment from Ireland. In response to the latest ruling, Apple expressed disappointment. It said,
"This case has never been about how much tax we pay, but which government we are required to pay it to. We always pay all the taxes we owe wherever we operate, and there has never been a special deal."
Apple added that,
"We are disappointed with today's decision, as previously the General Court reviewed the facts and categorically annulled this case."
The ECJ's ruling was influenced by an earlier recommendation from Giovanni Pitruzzella, the Advocate General to the court, who argued that the General Court had erred in law and that the case required a fresh assessment. Although Pitruzzella's recommendation was not legally binding, the ECJ often follows the advice of its Advocate Generals, as it did in this case. In a related development, the ECJ also ruled against Google, upholding a 2.4 billion euros antitrust fine. This case focused on whether Google had favoured its own online shopping services to the detriment of competitors. Google, like Apple, expressed disappointment with the decision, stating,
"We are disappointed with the decision of the court. This judgment relates to a very specific set of facts. We made changes back in 2017 to comply with the European Commission's decision. Our approach has worked successfully for more than 7 years, generating billions of clicks for more than 800 comparison shopping services."
Both rulings are seen as significant victories for the European Commission as it continues its efforts to regulate the activities of tech giants and prevent monopolistic practices in the EU.